How to change a timeline. Hi, my name is Simone and I'm the Zen Mommy, and I help people with awakening and 5D ascension. The other day I released a video. It was titled, If We Are God, If We Are the Universe, Why is the World Falling Apart? In that video, I talked about how I change timelines. Well, little did I know that one of my old college friends was watching my video. And shortly after, I uploaded it, I got a phone call from her. And she had some questions. She really, really resonated with what I talked about how even though the world is falling apart right now and negativity is being projected on news and the media, how I said, that's not in my timeline. I don't pay attention to that. That stuff, it doesn't relate to me. It doesn't, because see, I've consciously decided to go to higher timelines, to raise my frequency, to go to 5D timelines and further. And so she was like, well, Simone, how do you change your timeline? And so it's really, really simple. I know a lot of people in the spiritual journey like to make things seem really difficult and really hard. You can change your timeline for simply making a decision. So what I do, okay, so let's just say this timeline comes up, right? And it's a timeline where it's a timeline where, I'm trying to not say something too off the wall. It's a timeline where a lot of fear is coming to the people in my country, okay? It's a timeline where there's going to be some type of crazy dictator leadership that's going to do awful things to us. And it's being projected on the news. It's being projected by celebrities. It's being projected by news, by important people. And it's being projected by a bunch of many little groups that are scared, right? And they all see this bad thing happening. And what is going on is because they see it and they keep talking about it, they have all got on the same timeline together. And as creators, you manifest whatever you believe in. So they're creating that timeline for that negative event to happen, okay? So what I do is I say, oh, I see what they're creating. I'm not going on that timeline, okay? I make a conscious decision. See, me, I know that I'm a creator God. And so I tell myself, this is what's going to happen in my life. And so I said, no, that's not on my timeline. Since then, if you watch that video, I don't have to say all the things I said in that video over. If you watch that video, you'll see how I changed the timeline about some of the mandates in the area that I lived in. And I simply just stuck to my guns and said, it's not happening, even though it's happening everywhere in my state. I said, it's not happening to me, right? And I believe that if you really believe it, if you believe you're a creator, and you may not all the way yet, okay, it does take time, but it starts with you accepting it. It starts for you trying to believe it. Even if it sounds silly to everyone else, even if it sounds silly to yourself, the only way is you're gonna get there, if you're planning on being back to who you are, is to begin believing in yourself and believing in this journey. So I'll tell myself. Another thing I told her is I'll envision the timeline I want to see, right? So, me and my husband, we have a specific timeline we're trying to manifest together. So it really helps if you're in a relationship or people that you're co-creating with. It helps that you guys are working out the same timeline together. Because if you guys start going in separate timelines, which is okay because some people don't want to be together, they want to have an experience together, move on, whatever. But we want to continue our timelines together. So we actively envision what we want to see. We start envisioning where we want to live. We start envisioning the kind of land we want to own. We start envisioning the kind of things we want to do on our land. We start envisioning, our spiritual retreat business that we start envisioning little aspects of our life. And I say, okay, this is the timeline I want to get on. This is like law of attraction 101, manifestation. You pick it, you visualize it. Once you do that, the timeline already exists, okay? You're a creator God. It is there. Every timeline exists, okay? But you have focused in on this one. You see it. You envision it. Now you have set yourself on this timeline. You have aligned yourself with different opportunities to come to you to help you get the thing that you're trying to manifest, the timeline you're trying to go on. And so that's simply what I do, is I look at what I want. I kind of like, so I had when I came back from my first out-of-body experience on ayahuasca, I had a severe, like not severe, but I had really activated my psychic abilities. And I saw multiple timelines to the point it was making me crazy. I saw every option, and I would see far down. Now, I saw this before that, but I had became more aware of how many there was, you know. I used to look back in the day, like when I would meet a guy, I would look at our timeline, I would look at the future, and I would see if he was going to be a bad guy, if we were going to be arguing, and I would be like, oh. But I didn't know I was seeing the future. It just made me think, that doesn't look like what I want. But really, I was seeing the future. I was seeing a timeline, okay? So imagining you're creating a timeline, okay? Now, you jump from timeline to time, like every second of the day, you're going from timeline to timeline, depending on your thoughts, your moods, your feelings, your experiences, okay? So there's always a chance you'll be on a timeline, but you're right, for something happens in your life and your vibration lowers, and it may knock you off a timeline. You might deal with a trauma which leads you on another timeline. Not to say any timeline is bad. That trauma might lead you to healing and may lead you right back to the timeline you were going on. Many, many timelines, but what I'm trying to say, don't allow the timelines to happen to you. You see these negative timelines, you see people predicting negativity, predicting bad stuff is happening. You don't have to believe that. You don't have to settle for that. The only way as creator guides is we're going to get out of this system is we have to stop listening to it, and we have to stop believing it. We have to start believing that we can really create it. You've heard enough about law of attraction to know it works. It's all about just matching the frequency. It's all about feeling like you're in that frequency. You see, the way vibrations work, law of attraction manages vibrations, right? So say your vibration is like this, right? But the house you want to own, vibration is just like this. But because you're like this, you'll never match the vibration of the house, right? So what you would do is you want to start getting yourself on the vibration of the house. You're like, I'm going to have this house. This is my house. I'm already living in it. I've already decorated it. Yes, this is going to be amazing. As soon as you're on this vibration, something is going to happen that's going to direct you to this house. And you have to open up to the unlimited possibilities that the universe will hand to you. It can give you anything. You just have to believe. That's your only currency, is belief. So with my journey, I am focusing more and more in belief. Believing in myself. Believing that I can change things. Believing I can change my timelines. And if I get on a bad timeline for some reason, I try very quickly to start focusing on a new timeline. You know, I listen to Esther Hicks. She's really good. She talks about this thing called segment intending. And to me, it's the same thing as changing timelines. She gave this example once. Say you're with a group of people having a dinner party. It's like 5 of y'all, and you're on a deep discussion. In a discussion for about 15, 20 minutes, you're so deep in, it'll be hard for a new person to jump into the conversation. But let's say a guest arrives late, right? See, at that moment, a new segment is happening, right? So you can do something called segment intent. Instead of thinking the guest is going to come and mess up the conversation, or the guest is going to come and feel awkward, you look at that as a new segment. You appreciate the segment you're in. You had a deep, beautiful conversation. You see the new guest in, and you envision how much better the conversation will get. Maybe a new topic will come up. Maybe the guest is funny. So you literally create your reality. So you can do that from day to day. See, the way we create right now is on autopilot. Everything keeps recreating over and over. Sometimes we're always in the same situation because as guides, we haven't quite handled that, right? But if you start intentionally trying to create, you'll begin to shift your timelines. You know, I tell my husband all of that all the time. You know, he hates traffic. He gets a lot of traffic towards work. And I say, just think about it, you know. Try to do some segment intended. Because you're so used to having traffic every day, you expect it. Every morning, you're like, I'm leaving early, we're going to have traffic. You expect it. You're a creator God. So you're manifesting traffic every day. So sit back sometimes and just be like, okay, today I'm going to get on the traffic and the freeways. I mean, today I'm going to drive to work and the freeway's going to be clear. The drivers are going to be nice and friendly. They're not going to cut me off. And He has told me when he has tried that it has worked. But a lot of times we are creating on autopilot right now. So now we have to start, well, I really do be speaking to myself with these videos, but if you feel it help you, if you feel I'm talking to you, then I am, because you are me and I am you and we are one. And so that's my goal, is to, that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to take it one step at a time. You don't have to think too far in the future. Plan your meal tonight. Say, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna have a delicious meal, I'm gonna feel good, I'm gonna talk to my family, I'm gonna play a video game, I'm gonna watch a good movie, I'm gonna be inspired to do some artwork, some painting, I'm gonna make a YouTube video. And you see how this is a way to like positively reinforce your life and your reality. Makes you start aligning with positive frequencies in your life. Now you don't have to, okay? Some people love the contrast here. They want to experience some of the lower frequencies, they just do, okay? But for me, I'm a starseed. A starseed comes here from a higher frequency. We are not used to the human experience over and over. We came here to help. We came here to get out of here after we help, and or to do whatever other goals you got. Some people, we came here, we still have goals. Like I wanted to do the YouTube channel. That's one of my goals here. That's one of the things that make me feel good about myself. So that's one of the things I want to create. And so I think that's all I wanted to say about creating a timeline. And you know, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them. Ask them in my comments or send me an email. My email is in the subscription. I do sessions and everything else, but send me your questions. You know, I'm not saying I know everything. I know we all know everything. I know we're God. I know we're connected. But from everything I remembered when I went out of body, I could not bring the whole memory back. I can tap into stuff sometimes, but what I'm saying is, if you do have a question, I can try my best. You know, and I'll be honest about it. If I can't answer it, I can't answer. If I don't remember, I don't remember. But I want to try, okay? Thanks for watching, and be sure to sign up for my email list. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, if you're interested in following my journey of 5D ascension as a creator guide, sign up for my email address, subscribe, and press the bell button, and I'll be stumbling again. See you guys soon. Bye.